Hi Pickles, how are you today? My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food, and here we are again with another briefing on how we can do our day just a wee bit better. Isn't that just perfect anyway? Just a wee bit better? Not asking a lot, just a wee bit better. And if you had a wee bit better yesterday, oh, what a funny thing that was, then just think today could be added on to that. Oh, there's nothing like momentum in wee bit better days. So, anyway, just wanted to let you know that towards the end of this week, I will be not on for a couple of days. I will be away from my home and I won't have access to all of this, oh my God, elaborate equipment that I have here. So, if you don't see me here for a couple of days, not to worry, I will be back. And as soon as I'm back, I will upload another video. So just wanted to let you know that, like, even some of us that live on Cape Cod need to get away. So there you have it. Right before Labor Day. Isn't it fun? So how have you been doing with your prepping and your planning? And I read this little article. Actually, I didn't even read it. I perused it, and it was, well, I think too many things have come in since, but it was, instead of spending that 45 extra minutes in a gym, spend it in your kitchen. And I loved that. I love that. Our fridges right now are so full because I did a Market Basket run, and I did what did I do? A BJ's run, and so they are plump, and that is usually what happens over the weekend, and then we slowly use all the food. And yesterday I made the Mississippi roast, that beef roast that has probably questionable things in the au jus packet and the ranch packet, but I use so little of it, it calls for a whole packet, and I'd never use that. So I'm using, like, 20% of each packet each time, which is like tons more flavor than how I usually cook. And then I made a quiche with organic baby spinach, mushrooms, hot habanero, not habanero, but jalapeno, jack cheese, and some pieces of smoked steak, and mushrooms, spinach, cheese. I guess maybe that's it, and the steak. Anyway, very good, crustless. So I made that little puppy, and then the Mississippi. So those are some meals coming up, and I'm probably good for a big salad too one of the nights. And so, yes, if you have spent that 45 extra minutes in your kitchen, then the results on your scale could be that much better. Why? Because weight loss is 80% food, what you eat, and 20% exercise. So, and the funny part is when you first do the keto or the wheat belly, you're asked not to even exercise because you're working against two different things, because you don't want to be burning more calories that your body will want to refuel. And the more I'm listening to Dr. Jason Fung and reading the obesity code, the more confusing it gets, really, with the insulin and how, man, we mess with ourselves so much. And so I'm not surprised that weight loss gets more difficult for us the older we get. Because if you've eaten in such a way that your that your body has become insulin resistant, and you're older, and your metabolism is that much slower, it's going to take a long time. So that precious pound that an older person loses, yeah, it's worth 5 for somebody that's 20 probably, because there's just so much more damage that we've done to our little metabolisms and insulin. And if we're used to a lot of this standard American diet, the SAD diet, the Western diet, we're so used to it that we coming back out of the woods, is going to take a while. And like I showed you yesterday, with my nails, I have on clear today. So what happens is it took me a whole year to actually have my nails grow. Now, I don't know if it's just because it's summer, because in the winter my cuticles are just horrific and painful with those splits. And I don't know if it'll be different this winter because I'm a full year into eating the high fats and oils that I've been having. So I don't know. But if you've been insulin resistant, you might have crossed over. I'm not sure. That's for doctors and charts and graphs and tests to do. But yeah, we do an awful lot of damage to our bodies eating that food plan that has been pushed on us, that we thought from the 80s on the low fat was what we're supposed to have. So we're buying our Diet Cokes and we're buying our low fat, fat-free yogurts and cheeses and eating our egg white omelets, and we think that we're doing a good thing for our body. But Jason, Dr. Jason, I'm going to call him Dr. Jason, he just says what so many other ones say. Just eat whole, unrefined foods, real foods, foods that you can pick up and recognize, foods that came from someplace, not a chemical lab and not a food processing plant. And so he's right, and he does talk about rice and potatoes, and wondering if you could still lose weight by having those things. I probably won't. I have my one potato a week. In the winter, I know I'll have more sweet potatoes. It's just more of a winter thing for me. But when I have them, I'm having, like a small one. And so it's a treat. It's a rare and appropriate treat. It is not in my food plan every day. And I used to eat in such a way with my food plan that every day I'd have a treat. Every day. So like one day would be the potato, but the next day would be some sort of dessert, and the next day, well, why not some brown rice? And then the next day there'd be a pasta treat, and then the next day there'd be a Weight Watcher novelty from the freezer. And every day had a little something something. And I was talking about that the other day, where this woman on one of the Facebook pages for Keto had the initial weight loss from going keto, which is probably the shock to her body, right? And the water weight that they always say you lose, because carbs hold in the water in your body. And so when you reduce your carbs, and I'm talking about the processed ones, then you're going to have some weight loss from the water. And then the fat takes its merry old time leaving, doesn't it? So she was asking about it, and every night she had some sort of treat. And it was some sort of sweet treat, even if it wasn't real sugar, it was artificial sweeteners. And that stalls the particular food plan that she's on. And so she was struggling and wanted to know why. And just because these manufacturers are so good at their marketing, so on the front of the package, you're going to see all of these things, Carb Smart and net carbs, like I've seen those on wraps and maybe some breads and stuff like that. And so people buy it thinking that they can adapt it into their food plan and still have the success that they were having before they bought that loaf of or box of, and suddenly it stalled, and like, well, hey, what's up with that? And so Dr. Jason is just, he's not adamant, but he's very strong in his feeling that if you stick to unrefined carbs, meaning a lot of vegetables, not a lot of fruits at all, and then add like the Kerrygold butter, have that on your vegetables, and you will start to feel a new satisfaction at the end of the meal, a new satiety that's different from a full belly food coma from the carbs that your body might be used to. So anyway, it's very, very interesting. And if you spend 45 more minutes in the kitchen than you do in the gym, the success of it will show on the scale. And there's nothing like going through the veggie bins, in your fridge. And yeah, sometimes for me too, a lot of things turn to soup. So I try to keep the rotation going. Sometimes I even mark the outside of the baggies that, like the peppers are sitting in or the zucchini. So I know that those need to go on top if the same has been purchased just fresher. Same with eggs. I need to keep up on my eggs. And so, anyway, 45 extra minutes in the kitchen. When you look down at that cute little scale, it's going to say a number you're going to like a whole lot better than that 45 extra minutes at the gym on the Stairmaster. Not that it doesn't have its place. It's just that 45 minutes extra in the kitchen is really a great thing. And if you factor it into your day, the results will be very pleasing for you. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. When you don't see me here for a couple of days, I'm out of town. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.